lot of stuff in the news today. A lot of stuff in the news, in the colonized world, where we're just cavemen. We like to pretend we're not. We're cavemen. So, some interesting stuff in the news this morning. Women's law in California. Which I want to talk about that. Talk about Trump. Media's lying to everybody. It's just lying all the time. Just lying. Always doing the opposite. You know, the funny thing, he actually confirmed what I'm saying. Do not watch your news. Your news will make you stupid. It's verifiable. It's empirical. Don't watch your news. It lowers your intelligence. Your news is designed to lie to you. You need to watch somebody else's news. So John Pilger today. Great interview. You got time to watch. It's like 26 minutes. What else? Iran is in the news. Oh, the ICC is in the news too, right? Oh, that is the ICC Iran news, right? So the whole thing with that is the United States, who doesn't want to be in any criminal court, they pulled themselves out of the International Criminal Court because they're international criminals. They have no respect for justice. That was in the news. They told America the truth, which is your sanctions are designed to kill people. Your sanctions are designed to hurt people. Your sanctions are designed to topple a civilizing society and hurt the weakest among them so they'll rebel against their government. It's a business model. The United States has been doing it a long time with Britain, France, and all the rest of the morons. But y'all listen to John Pilger. John Pilger, he's a moron. He's a journalist, been all over the world, written into the inside communities, telling the truth, but nobody wants to believe him. So that was in the news. We'll talk about that. That was interesting. He highlighted, once again, you know, what's going on in Venezuela did not start with Trump, had nothing to do with Trump. This started a long time ago. It's just colonization. It's this whole, I think it started as cavemen. This violent mentality to beat women over the head and drag them home to your tribe. It's gotta stop. That's all colonization is. America's pissed off. They want Latin America back. They want the whole damn continent back. Venezuela, you know, that's where all of that comes from. That was in the news this morning too. I was thinking about laws, people following them. Like, aren't the laws supposed to be for the people? I think they are. And if people in mass start breaking the laws, isn't that an indicator that the law is not supposed to exist? I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe it seems stupid. If people in mass break the law, then who was the law actually for? People don't want the law. Legislators do. Legislators want to keep the law. It means the legislators don't work for you. Actually, it's that simple. To me it is. But you know, I got in trouble. I got in big trouble yesterday. I got in big trouble. Oh boy, shoot. In the early morning, all the Burnocrats, they hate it. Well, not the, okay, let's define it. So the Burnocrats who believed in the message, who left Bernie, and they're forcing Bernie to leave and start a new party or leave the murderous, killer, colonizer, cavemen, psychologically insane, psychotic Democrats and find something new. And it's not to go to the psychological, mentally disturbed, mentally ill, murdering people all over this planet Republicans, but to do something different. They weren't mad at me. They understand what I'm saying. But the Burnocrats like, oh, we're going to vote for Bernie no matter what he does or no matter what he says. It doesn't matter if he rapes people. It doesn't matter if he funnels weapons to warlords. It doesn't matter if he topples Iran. We're behind Bernie. Yeah, that whole identity thing, they're pissed off at me. Yesterday, oh, man, I got it. They were almost as bad as the Okra thugs. Y'all pissed off. Yeah, I can't. So you know what, in Crony world, there's so many things you can't talk about because you piss people off. So the Okra thugs, they're still kind of after me. Every time I post a recipe or something, I want to cook something because I like something, they come after me. And then the Burnocrat, what's the difference between maybe a Burnocrat and a Bernie worshiper? There's a difference. They're pissed off at me. And it led into the afternoon, and I didn't know what y'all were talking about. Everybody was getting their messages. They were getting their presidential warnings. I was like, what the hell are y'all talking about? I saw it on the thread. I was trying to do a video. I said, what the hell y'all losing your mind? Y'all getting crazy like me. Y'all seeing messages and stuff. But apparently it was. I got my presidential message, got my presidential alert. No, it wasn't anything important. You know, it was just a text message. And then I was making some jokes off of that. People got mad at that. The people who you know, they don't believe in Trump's message. They just believe in Trump as a person, right? They worship Trump as a person. They're pissed off at me. I don't believe in these things. It's silly to me. I don't know why people worship other people. I don't get it. As an adult, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to have a diaper. You're potty trained. Pull your big drawers up. So I don't believe in this. So they're pissed off at me. I was joking around. I try to explain what I'm not laughing at Trump. I'm laughing with everybody that's laughing with the whole world that's just stupid. That's laughing at Bernie and Clinton and Obama and May and Merkel and Erdogan, all of these fools, all this crazy nonsense, this colonized world, violence rules. If I can kill you, your wife is mine. If I can kill you, your land is mine. Bad things happen in your country, you can't come to my country. You know, it's like people like, no, you can't immigrate. I was thinking about the tsunami. What if they were like standing on the edge of your border, just standing there? And the tsunami came and the tsunami pushed them into your border. Would you let them immigrate? Immigrate? So yeah, we'll let them immigrate. You know, let them immigrate then, because, you know, it wasn't their choice. Something bad happened. Oh yeah. You know, your government, your colonizing government is a tsunami, right? It's a tsunami to human life and ecosystems and diverse microbiology all over this planet. I don't get the immigration thing. But yeah, but the Trump folks, they were mad. To me, it's just, we got to laugh together, people. I think comedy is important. I think it's so important. And I'm no comedian, nothing like that. I just think all of this stuff is funny. It's not funny in what happens. It's funny that in 2018, we still got adults that believe this nonsense, right? They're always lying. It's all fake news all the time. They were upset. I just think presidential alerts just to get people scared. I think Britain, y'all got one. If you don't, you're going to have one. India, yours is on the way. Mexico, everybody's going to get one. Why? Because you got to be scared. Because if they keep you scared, they can keep you stupid. They can keep you voting. They can push you in directions that they need you to go. That you'll believe the things they want you to. I just laugh at it. It's fun. Like, how the hell? Okay, so what's the presidential alert for? What are you going to use it for? What are you going to tell? Okay, ask this question. What are you going to tell me that I want to know? Tell me. Tell me. What do you have to tell me? You colonizer rulers of the planet, murdering everybody, every ethnicity, skin color, race, religion, if y'all believe in those things, on every continent, starving all the children. What do they have to tell me that I actually want to know? Not a damn thing. Somebody say, well, what if a nuclear war starts? Asteroids come, tsunami, flood, whatever. And I'm like, I don't want to know. You know what? Only part of me wants to know. I don't care what warlords have to say. I don't care what colonizers want to teach me. I don't care what murdering bastards and rapists want to say. I don't care what the psychopaths want to say. But I have a photographer side of me. I like photography. I got like a little special side of me. I think if I got that text page and they're like, you know what? The nuclear war is coming, tsunami's coming. I'm gonna go climb up on the roof. That's the only reason I'm my camera. I'm probably button that. I'll probably go up there in my birthday suit. Go climb up on the roof. Wait for the floodwaters to come in. Wait for the nuclear blast. See the mushroom. Take a quick picture of it. Quick video, real quick. Listen, y'all, we all gonna die. Whoever finds us in a million years when y'all restart civilization, don't be stupid. Don't trust your government. Don't make a mainstream media, and don't let your government have secrets from you ever. Click and I'll be paper. That's all I do. Which is what the Egyptians did, which is what most cultures did. But good morning, everybody. We can talk about all this stuff. I thought women's law was interesting in California. We could talk about that. I thought the what's the Saudi king's name? Saudi bin Sam Laden, the Saudi king. The other guy y'all worship, y'all say he's a good guy. He's a reformer, you know. So he went and disappeared. What's the brother's name? Brother went to go get his divorce. Everybody got to get your divorce. That's just odd. We're in a divorce apocalypse. He went to go get his divorce. What's the brother's name? The brother's name is Jamal Khashoggi. He went to go get his divorce in the consulate. He's a writer, big time critic of the Saudi prince Mohammed bin Salman. That's his name. Y'all say he's a good guy. Good guy. Because good guys disappear people. Good guys disappear people. lot of interesting things. The other thing Trump said something the other day, did y'all hear that? He said something about Prince bin Laden. He said that if we removed our military, you wouldn't last 10 minutes. That was interesting. Why would he say that? We're supposed to be homie lover friends. We're supposed to be butt buddies. We're supposed to be playing footsie with the Republicans and Democrats and forcing all the other Western countries to come along in our wars and murder and devastation. Caveman, take out your club, beat other people in the head and rape their women. Why would he say that? We're all supposed to be allies and friends and murder, death, and destruction. Something happened. Something happened in cuckoo land. Something happened that we didn't, but we don't get to know. Quiet behind the scenes, maybe it's a break apart in the Saudi Arabian government and the other Western governments. I would hope so. I would hope so. It's like John Pilger was saying, there is the news that's reportable and the news that's not reportable. I haven't watched that interview. You need to watch the interview. I posted on my other page. I'll post it on this video when I'm done. There's the news that they're allowed to tell you. Listen to the journalists, y'all, because they're there. They're the ones who are on the ground. They come back, they write the report. They want to tell everybody on the ground. These are our scouts. Back when we were cavemen, before we got the club, this is what happened. Before we got the club to go beat the women in the head and steal their women and their horses, their food, and kill off their men and the stuff that we're doing now, colonizing the planet. We sent a scout out. Sent a scout. That was a journalist back then. In caveman days. Uncle Bunga. He'd go out, check out the other tribes, the other cavemen. Where to find cavemen? Oh, look at you. You got some bones in your hair. Look. Oh, you use the snot too to make the knot rolls with the bones and some dirt, and you got the dread. Oh, goodness. You come back and he'd tell her. There's a tribe of some fine cave women over there on the eastern sector, and we all get our clubs, get together and go kill everybody and steal their women. That's what journalists are, the scouts, people. We ain't changed. I make jokes. I go back to caveman times. We haven't changed. Not the violent psychopaths in us. That's still prolific, and everybody wants to vote for them and put them in government. Keep these same ideologies going. But when the journalists come back and tell you, your scouts come back and tell you, you're supposed to listen. John Pilger tells you that there is news that's reportable and news that's not reportable. They're telling you these hints. When these journalists go disappear, these Jamal Khashoggi, when they disappear, trying to get his divorce at the consulate, because bin Laden disappeared them. They know something. And the kings know what they know. And the kings don't allow them to report what they know. That's why I don't know, why do y'all watch local news? Somebody tell me, explain this to me. If we all know as an earth community that our kings and lords have always lied to us from the very beginning to keep us stupid, to go get us do dumb things and go invade somebody else's tribe, beat them up, try to take their women, because the king want all the women and none of the cavemen get the women. They get to like the scraggly ones left over, the cave women. Why do we still believe our news? Why are we still listening to the kings and the lords that are always lying? You know, like Pilger was talking about the BBC. I listen to the BBC because I'm not in the UK. You know, but I don't trust it as much as I trust RT. Somebody mentioned RT. I like RT because RT, it seems to be in our crony lying world that they're in conflict with my king and my lords. So I listen to RT a little more. You know, the BBC and their UK, you know, we're a little too much, we're too butt buddy-ish. So I listen to them, but I have a bigger filter for them than I do with RT, Al Jazeera, the ones who my king is telling me I shouldn't listen to. That's who I listen to. But why do people still listen to the news? Why are people still posting in America, ABC, CBS, CNN? Why are people in the UK posting that? Why are people who live in Northern Africa and the Middle East posting Al Jazeera? Because they're just telling you the things that they want you to know to get you to go do things that you probably shouldn't. I don't know. Crony world. In crony world, is anybody allowed to tell the truth all the time? Like, you know how we say in this truth community, we like to tell the truth, and we do love to tell the truth because the truth is easy. I can sleep at night at truth. I can tell the truth and go to sleep. And I just laugh. People get upset at me. Oh, he just said nothing about Bernie. And I just laugh it off. Because it's true. Your outrage is in your own head. That's your problem in your own body. You got some lies that are conflicted with the truth. You have a lied to narrative that you don't want to let go of. That's something you got to address. Hey, you got to grow up, pull your big panties up. That doesn't bother me. I don't want to offend people, but that's what the truth does when a crony world where everybody's lying. But nobody's allowed to tell all the truth all the time. You can't get your cavemen to do dumb things. You can't get the tribe supporting to send the cavemen to go do dumb things. So you can't listen to anybody all the time about all things because we're all lied to. And even sometimes you think you're telling the truth, but it's just massage. It's just massage and you think it's the truth. That's why it's got to be a global conversation. Everything has to be a global conversation. And it won't happen if you keep your bigotry. It won't happen. Not to me. I mean, this is my, I could be wrong. I could totally, again, I just don't think it's possible to divide it up. I don't think if you got the hairy cavemen on this side and the other stringy haired cavemen on that side, and then the cavemen with a little more tufts of hair on the back. Yeah, these people with back hair, neck hair. Ooh, I'm getting old. I'm trying to get some back neck hair. It's kind of scaring me a little bit. You know, the cavemen with different skin colors because some stay in the cave a little too long somehow. I think if people still divide up on these things, we'll never know it's true. This world will stay crony. So I don't know what we're going to talk about. A lot of interesting things in the news. A lot of interesting things. Let me see what else we got. Julian Assange. I posted, ooh, did y'all see that? Because a lot of people don't know about WikiLeaks. I mean, I don't. They post so much stuff. I'm not up on all this stuff, but it was like the top 11 sexiest things that came out of WikiLeaks. You know, because you got certain people hate them because WikiLeaks and Assange said something about something that they held true to their bigoted narrative and their country or their race or religion, something silly, their political party. But if you look at the top 11 things, it was wonderful. Everything from the environment to ecosystems, protecting life, preventing war. I mean, there's no question Julian Assange is a hero and a warrior, and that WikiLeaks is constantly diverting some of the most horrible things. They are a philanthropic organization, and I believe in their message. If you believe in the truth, how do you embrace secrets? That's what I want to know. If you believe in truthful things, how do you embrace secrets? I'm going too far down that road. I believe in the truth. I don't think that we live in a time where billionaires can have secrets. I don't think Lex Luthors are a good thing. I think if Elon Musk has a psychological breakdown, I think him geoengineering Los Angeles might be a bad idea. Just might be. You got a little mental slip in. Nobody can stop him. City of Los Angeles. We're cash poor. He wants to build some tunnels. Build your tunnels. Give me $100 million. Yeah. I don't think it makes sense to promote a Lex Luthor world. I don't think superpower should exist. See if somebody's mad at me. Probably you EU people mad at me now. I don't think the EU should exist. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't think we're evolved enough for the EU. I don't think that superpower should exist. I think that we shouldn't have mega technology that can murder people and we're de-evolved. We're not evolved yet enough to have massive amounts of cavemen with big, massive AI drones to kill people. I don't think that's a good idea. People say, well, the EU does good things. I'm sure they do. Everybody does good things. If you went back, you might find some good things Hitler did. You got people promoting Hitler now. So everybody does good things. I don't think good and evil exist. I think that there are always degrees of it, percentages, right? But if we're not evolved yet, we don't have a good model. Why should we have superpowers that have the ability to push out a massively flawed model abroad? You know, and that gets back to the United States and the ICC. If you don't have laws in your country that the majority of your people want to follow, so you got mass incarceration, that means you don't give two damns about the people you're governing. It means you don't give two damns about justice. Why in the hell would you be the global police? How does it make any damn sense in anybody's brain if you can't get justice right at a local level in a damn community and townhouse flat community? Why in the hell would you be the global police in the world? If the people in your country are fighting with the police, it means that you have a policing issue. Now, I don't think that's a problem with the police. Not me, I don't believe that. I think the police are just doing a job like the rest of us greedy bastards filling our bank accounts for retirement. I think you have a policing issue. It is a system issue. It's a systematic problem. It's something, something's broken because the police is supposed to be there for the people. If you can't get, if you don't have police that are there for the people in your own country, you shouldn't be the global police of any damn thing. You shouldn't even be the police of association, township, communities, and neighborhoods because you hadn't figured out yet what the people want. You pull yourself out of the International Criminal Court, it means you're up to crimes, right? Like John Pilger said, because America wants Latin America back. We used to own it. Stooges. Every government, they were all stooges of the United States. And the United States wants them back. Had the Obama people mad at me. Why? Because Obama, the bones slip out of his mouth when he opened his mouth. I don't believe in personalities as presidents. They're just, what did Pilger say? I said about Trump, same thing about Obama. Trump is an American president. He's doing what American presidents do. That's it. That's it. It's nothing else. Nothing special. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see. Nothing new. So what did Obama say? He said Venezuela is a threat to U.S. national security. Let dumb things come out your mouth like that. The people are clapping because Obama said it, so it's touched by God and kissed. It must be true. No, it's not true. Venezuela ain't got a damn thing to do with America. They're their own people. I don't think Venezuela should exist. But you have no right to tell them what. You have no right to go in there and topple their government. Started under Obama, finished under Trump. With people say, "Oh, it's bad when Obama did it. Good when Trump does it. Makes sense. Fighting on, taking on the deep state. Crazy stuff. People eat crazy stuff. If it's on TV, I don't trust it. Yes, Ty, I agree with you. If it's on TV, don't trust it. But you know what? If it's on anything, don't trust it. It's Crony world. All the media is owned by somebody. You don't get to have a voice and tell the truth about everything. You think I tell the truth about everything, Ty? Don't listen. Do not trust me. I'm gonna tell you right now, don't trust me. You can like me. Trust the community. Don't trust me. Trust the community. I have a lot of people on here that won't let me sell out. And I say something that's wrong, they'll correct me. They'll post a link and that's where the truth is. The truth is in a community. That's where common sense comes from. That's the word common. Common sense. We all get led astray. You think to come on, CIA put a gun in my nose? You think, what do you think? I'll be like, Iran is bad. We need to invade Iran. They're just there. We need to fight for democracy and freedom. Don't trust me. You'll get me killed if you trust me. Don't trust me. My government, they are murdery bastards. Trust what is true. And keep your friends honest. That's how you love your friends. You love me? You got to keep me honest. You know, that's how you keep me from selling out. If they know they stick a gun in my nose, that y'all not gonna believe that we're actually doing a good thing by starving the people of Yemen, then they won't do it to me. That's how you lost Bernie. That's what I don't think people see. They don't see it. They just want adult heroes. They just adults. They want to wear the Bernie underoos. Burnaroos. They got. Y'all remember the underoos? I love the underoos. I love it. We used to have some great pajamas as kids with the plastic feet. Have burnaroos. Got Bernie's nose right in the area. Bernie's face. I'll never want to see that. But tell somebody to do it. Somebody probably take a picture of some Bernie roos. They'll probably stitch it. Obama roos, Merkel roos, May roos, Putin roos. And I just don't know why you need to picture other adults down where your genitals are supposed to be. Doesn't make any damn sense to me. But that's how you break your leaders. You don't force them to be honest. You don't train them. You don't call them out. You just worship them. They got this face, they got that name, and everything they say must be true. And that's how you break your leader. And then the CIA sees that, the MI6, the FBI, whatever. Okay, we got him. Right? Because there's always some caveman sitting back there watching. What do the dummies trust? What are the foolish people, the people who don't trust any of the wisdom of the elders? What will they blindly support? Who do they blindly support? And anyone they find that you blindly support and you'll take doodoo cakes and them pissing on you as rain and smile and dance in it, singing in the rain. And they'll force them to do what needs to be done for them. It's crony world. It's just how it works. It's not a bad thing necessarily. It's just something we evolved to do. And it stays that way because we're cavemen. We still have that violent mentality. We still have the colonizer mentality that we can go kill people and take what they have if we got bigger, sharper clubs than what they got. There needs to be an anti-war movement. Yes, Fatima, there needs to be an anti-war movement. But why isn't there? Because people trust their governments. They trust their media instead of watching their media and watching their government. They trust identities. If Trump said it, it's kissed by God, right? If Obama said it, oh, he was a good guy. No, doesn't matter if you're a good guy. Your personality ain't got a damn thing to do with what you do when you're in office. When you're in office, you will do what the powers that will kill you if you don't tell you to do. You think Putin's doing what he wants to do with Russian oligarchs? Man, do you know any Russians? I got a few Russian friends who came here. They're like, oh, we had to get the hell out of there. Gangs run the country. Massive Russian oligarchs who will cut you, kill you, and feed your children to you before you die. Hell no, Putin doesn't say what he wants to say. There's always these structures of power in your country that control everything. They control the media. So nobody's allowed to say all the truthful things all the time. I know what Facebook doesn't want me to say. I know what they don't want me to post. I try to pay attention. I'm not stupid. Listen, like I said, I'm not a leave Facebook type of guy. I don't believe in getting upset and walking away. I'm not a walk away person. I get how the game is played. I hate the game, not the players, baby. I know what's going on. Couldn't post my link yesterday. Why? Because I was a little too hard on Bernie. I got a whole bunch of messages. I couldn't post the link. We couldn't post the video. I know. Get your little warning. That little warning says, am I a robot? I'm like, wait a minute. You realize that's a robot asking if you're a robot, right? That's some robot bigotry. Because think about it, that's software. That's a robot. There's a robot that's asking you if you're a robot. They don't like, I guess, minds.com, whatever. It's an independent free speech platform. I'm on it. I post my link. It's in the link. They don't like it. And that's their way of saying, Gerard, don't post that damn link. That's Facebook's cafe. Why am I going to fight with them? It's the games. Crony world. You know, I'm not going to get all upset and go stick my lip out and go march around and have a fit. Why would I do that? I'm just going to play the game how it's played. They don't want me to say that. I can't say that. You know, I don't talk about Russian oligarchs in here, right? I don't. Did one video. Oh man, they shut that mess down. I tried 3 times to launch that video. That video just disappeared. All right, I get it. I got it. You don't have to tell me twice. You ain't got to spank me twice. You spanked me, I understand. That's how the world is played. Until there are no secrets around the world, the truth will never be in any one location. So you say what you can, when you can, where you can, and you walk away. You know, I think something controls Facebook. I don't think Facebook. You think they actually control their platform? Mark Zuckerberg controls all of this. You think that Google, you think Elon Musk, you think that these people actually control massive powers of everything that can change everything on this planet and actually hand it back to human beings and ecosystems and mammals and planets? And do you think that the cavemen with the biggest clubs that we never get to know, that live dark in the deepest caves, above the Rothschilds and the scientists and the Rockefellers and the aliens, you think we actually get to know what they know? You think we actually get to change their world? It's not the world I live in. Shoot. All right, I'm gonna get into some news. I do want to talk about. I want to talk about women's law, California. Y'all had a couple of songs about California. I love California. California's what got me growing citrus. I love California. Got an aunt out there, has some citrus trees. Let's talk about women's law. Why? Because it's dramatic and it's going to trigger some people. So I got to talk about it. Where's my thing at? Right here, women's law. Let's check it out.
Tech giants Apple, Alphabet, and Facebook. And now everyone in the US state will have to keep in step after it made it a legal requirement for at least one woman to sit on the board of directors in every company. The law says it must happen by the end of 2019, and that number has to increase to 3 in the coming years. Firms could also face fines of $100,000 or even more for not complying. It's been long-awaited legislation for many. The bill, though, has provoked concern with others. The state's Chamber of Commerce says it will prioritise gender over other aspects of diversity.
creates discrimination now against other people in favor of women who might not even be qualified. I mean, you're talking about putting one woman in place there, and now we're having to mandate that where there are many women in the workplace that have been working hard. So rather than hoping for or encouraging in the workplace there to be equal treatment of women who do a good job, now we're just regulating and mandating it, which is undoubtedly going to cause anarchy in the workplace, is going to cause dissension among people, perhaps amongst other women who have been working hard, wondering why this woman got chosen just to meet a certain quota.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous to suggest that there is not a single woman qualified for, for the board of any public company in California. I think we all know that there are loads of women who are super well qualified, and the question should be, why haven't they been appointed to those boards already? Why have we put up with this outdated, white male boys club for so long? I think there are lots of people on boards in California and all over the world who aren't qualified, and I'm afraid to say the vast majority of them are men.
It only causes tension to grow.
Okay. All right, I got to slow down a little bit. It's so much. It's always so much. How do I listen to the news? Okay. I always listen to the news. I stop and okay, so now who's trying to fix something and who's the controlled opposition? And then what things do they both say to kind of trigger my identity and push me into one side of the fight or the other? And so you know what I said? So you got controlled opposition lady. That's her right there. She controlled opposition. Like, I don't think she hates women, nothing like that. She's just hired by somebody to argue the other side of the thing, and she is the thing that supposedly would be helping, right? Because they want to trigger. Yes, gender is an identity. That is I'm anti all identities. I'm not with any of them. I'm all about let's do the right thing. Right. And you got the other side, like, yeah, and she threw ahead to, I got to rally my side. I'm on, we need to get women on the boards of government. And I got to say the things that trigger people in this white dominated male society. She kind of throws that out there. She gets so this side throws out her racism, her identity, bigotry. That side throws it all out. And you kind of like miss the whole control mechanism of the conversation. So it's funny to me and scary to me. I always look at, well, but what are they not telling me? Like, what am I not seeing? And this is kind of like the affirmative action type stuff. I think most countries kind of have something like that, where you want to try to make the boards representative of the people in the company, and the government's representative of the people and the citizens. And that makes sense to me. It does. But I like to ask the other question outside of it. Do you have to have affirmative action type stuff? I think you do. But will we not solve the problem if boards didn't exist? Oh, see, that's where I like to go. I don't like to get into the discussion because it's stupid to me. It's dumb. That's why I got the caveman background. Do you think it actually makes sense to have one in a country that believes in identities? I don't believe anything in identities. But do you think in a country that believes in identities, it actually makes sense to have one identity run every damn thing? No, it doesn't. That's crony. That's the very definition of crony. No, it doesn't. Should women be on the board represent? Hell yes. It's not even a question. So should minority, indigenous, like whatever identities in your country. Yeah, it should be representative, because if it's not, it's crony. It means not everybody has a voice. But that to me isn't the issue here. That's like the side effect topic. Should big corporations exist? Should they have boards? We know the #1 groups that murder people around this planet are power centers like the EU, the American government. Because it's not the American government, they're just power centers, the Catholic Church. They run things and they make decisions. I like Russia because Russia's doing some good things. I like China because they're just doing more good things, but they're a power center. Should they actually exist? Will they actually do things that help the general population in the long term? No, they won't. They have more power. If we had a world that was dominated by women, like, think about this for a minute. Think about it. I like to look at it from all angles. Crony world. Say the Amazonian women took over. They just, I don't know, the spears were sharper. Hey, they can shoot better. Women have better hand-eye coordination than we do, right? And that's not even an identity thing. That's just a biological thing, right? I don't know, that to do with childbirth or something. I don't know. Recognizing threats, we evolved. They were at the campfire while the cavemen out stealing other women. Maybe they had to see the predators in the field better. Maybe they evolved better eyes. I don't know anything about that. But they got better hand-eye coordination, and women took over the world. Do you think the world would be any less crony? It'll be different. I don't know. I don't know if it would be better, but it would still be crony. Men would be on the downside of things, being kicked around and beat, shackled at the, all right, I'm not going to go there. It wouldn't be any better. Do you think the world would be any better if the Aborigines took over instead of Britain? If the Aborigines colonized everybody, they got the guns first and put them on ships? Where's my colonizer background? I like my colonizer background. You think the world would actually be any better? No. Psychopaths are in all communities. You can't have crony anything. Crony everything is bad. I got a colonizer background. I would like my colonizer background. It's caveman. I don't want to do caveman. I want to do colonizer. Here it goes right here. And so I don't think it's even a discussion. I think the idea that we even want to discuss whether or not women should be on the board, it's not even a topic. That's a topic of fools. It's like Lindsey Graham had something to say the other day. I'll post the whole thing if you want to listen to them debate it. I don't think it's a debate point. As an example, Lindsey Graham wanted to say something the other day. What was he talking? He wanted to say something about Kavanaugh. I turned that mess off the minute they said Lindsey Graham. It was a Kavanaugh topic, so I thought I was gonna get a little comedy. And they say, oh, well, Lindsey Graham said on the guy, I can click. Why I want to hear what Lindsey Graham has to say? Lindsey Graham is a colonizing, warmongering bastard. I don't care what he has to say. Lindsey Graham had a presidential alert, a Lindsey Graham alert. I wouldn't want to see that. We need to talk about the long game, right, down the road. That's what I like to talk about. It's not even a question if women should be represented on the board. Government should always represent their people. Any governing body, and a corporation's a governing body while you're at work. So it's not even a question. Why is it even a topic? You don't need to listen to controlled opposition lady. You can look at a group of people and say, to the group of people, however you want to group them, you can group them on feet color, thickness of the skin on the bottom of their feet, and say that the people who rule them, do they have the same thickness on the bottom of their feet? And if they don't, then it just doesn't make any damn sense, right? Something's wrong. Something's crony world. When you have a minority that control all other people, that's what you got to fight. If you like equality, but I don't think corporations should exist. So to me, it's not even much of a discussion point. I think you abolish the board, then you fix everything. If you had corporations and their product was always had to be utilized for the human race, never for greed, never for consolidating mass amounts of wealth. You fix all these problems. Like my son, he actually asked me a question this morning. I like to talk to my kids like we're adults. Try to raise them to be, I want them to be upgrades of me. I think they finally start to get that my goal in life is not to fight them. They used to fight me all the time when they were little. They're like little velociraptors, testing the fences, trying to get away with something because they outnumbered dad 3-1. But they realize I'm just trying to make upgrades. I try to tell them everything I know. He asked me a question about Elon Musk. It's like, Dad, but they're going after Elon. Elon said that because remember Elon texted out that he was going to leave the board of Tesla. And he said, is that a good thing? And I was like, you know what? First of all, I don't think that's the question. It's not, to me, it's not a question I want to answer. I want to answer the question because you're asking me this, is it a good thing or bad thing for the human race because you're a human being? Is it a good thing that Tesla exists, being controlled by one billionaire? Is that a good thing? In a world where mental illness is so prolific, this man could have some mental illness and destroy the planet. No, Tesla should not exist. The board should exist. And so we had a great discussion on that level, and I like to talk to my kids on that level because you got to think about the future. Don't stand again where corporations expect you to stand. You're going to get shot. Don't stand where the king's army is coming. Don't stand if the colonizers are coming. You need to leave. You need to go to the lands that they're not coming to. They're coming for the oil. They're coming for, what was that, Gilgamesh's tomb in Iraq? That's what they're coming for, the colonizers. They're coming. Get out the way. If corporations want you to argue and fight over if women should be on the board, something's wrong. Why don't they want women on the board? Ask yourself that question. And they're going on TV and be controlled opposition for the bastards. Get women on the board. Do the exact opposite of what they want. It's like, hey, I'm not getting into minimum wage today. Not doing that today. If corporations want it, There's something about that discussion that's not going to help you. Go with the thing that makes sense. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. You got thicker skin on your feet. You got darker skin. You're indigenous, you're women, whatever. And say, does this actually make sense? If it doesn't make sense, I go along with it. Tesla shouldn't exist. We should have Tesla power. Apple shouldn't exist. No, Fatima, none of them should exist. None of them at all. They exist because we keep buying their crap. You know, I think that sometimes big powers of things can do good things. I always try to debate myself, Fatima. You know, and they can sometimes do great things, but if we don't control them, they'll never do anything great for us. So the Apples, they don't make technology for us. They make technology for greed and money and whoever controls them. And I think if these things exist, they have to be completely controlled by their citizens. You know, they're completely controlled by the people who are going to pay the highest price if they succeed at what they're making and doing for whatever runs them. That's why I said, you've got a nation that has 500,000 laws and you've got prisons with more than 500,000 people. The people actually don't want those laws. Those laws are not for the people. You know? Whoever lives there has to control there. I don't get in those debates. To me, it's about self-determination. Back to Catalonia. Ask them. If they don't want to be a part, why do you want them to live under the same pain you live under? Modern colonized debt-based society world. Misery does love company, but don't be that evil with people. So we're going to rely on individuals in their garages for new technology or profit or for-profit universities. No, brother Gal. This is why I listen to the Venus Project people, and I listen to the Zeitgeist Movement people. Listen to people who've been thinking about this stuff for a long time. We work best as collectives, not competitives, right? Competing, you know, I will only compete at the best of whatever you're gonna give me if I win, right? If I'm running a race and you're paying $5, I might be like this. But if you're running the race and you're paying $5 million, I might be moving pretty fast, right? So living in a competitive world where you give gifts for people who do the right thing, is that a good thing? Is it a good thing if that gift is based on what we have at the time to give? It limits technological development. When you work as a collective, you do the best thing you do. Like, we have doctors who should be lawyers. I say that and I take that back. Lawyers shouldn't exist. We have doctors that should be chemists. We have chemists that should be software engineers. We have software engineers that should be politicians if politicians should exist. I don't think they should in the long term. But we have people who go into careers based on the gift that they get for what they develop. And when people go into something that they love, they'll do it forever. And they'll do an amazing job at it. The painters will be the best painters. The musicians will be the best musicians. The robotic engineers will be the best robotic engineers. Like, here's another question. Why do we have so many teachers who hate kids teaching? Think about that for a minute. Why do we have so many teachers that hate damn kids teaching? Money. Money. We push people into the wrong careers for these gifts. And so we need to go back to being collectives and doing things because it's the right thing. Now, does that work for our generation? I mean, we can force it to work, but after one generation sees a generation of us working together in a collective, going together, and you can go together at work. I'm not saying break up the company. Some people like to sit in these cubicles, breathe in that dangerous indoor air that's murdering everybody with lung diseases. Y'all like to breathe that in with the plastic plants that they don't never seem to want to dust because they don't put real plants in offices. I don't know why. They didn't want to kill you, but anyway. You can still work there, but you're not going to work to get more than what somebody else has, right? You're not going to work because you want a bigger car, take a vacation so you can brag to the person in the cubicle next to you. Ah, we went to Aruba, you can't go because you're on welfare. You can't lick my ice cream because you're poor, you're on welfare. Right? Like, I laugh about that, but you know, that's really what it's about. That's really what it's about. I don't hate money. I just see what money does to people. I grew up in an area where there was a lot of money. My parents were pretty well off. I wasn't. My father told me all the time, you poor, you don't own nothing. One day I tried to run away from home. My father said, go on, boy, go on. I was 14 years old. Pop was like, go. I was like, yeah, but he said, you know what? And I'm gonna be generous too. You can run away from home and you can keep all my clothes that are on your back. You can go on, boy. Get out of here. You don't like my kingdom? Go on. I wasn't that smart. I ran away. It was wintertime. That lasted all of 3 hours. Took my butt back home, climbed up on the roof, climbed under the bed, went to sleep. Like, all right, that bastard got me. You know, but I don't think money's the enemy. I just see what money does to people. And if we raise, money can exist. I'm fine with money existing, but it can't become between humans, their lives, and evolution. When something comes between a human being and their life, it has to go. When something comes between human beings and evolving, you know, not destroying ecosystems, not killing each other and murdering each other, then it has to go. So now, not in our garage, you can still do them in offices, but you're doing them because it's the right thing. You're doing it because you love it. You're growing plants because you're fascinated by them, not because you're paid very well by a chemical company. You're a botanist and you explore them. Like, that's the stuff I love to do, brother Gavin. I know you do. I know you do too. I love that stuff. Like, I sit there and I watch my plants grow. That's why I'm alone in the world. I watch my plants grow. I don't care nothing about y'all politics. Y'all shut up. Y'all killing people. I don't hear nothing about that. Watch me. I'm like, what are they doing? Why are they doing it? What bugs on them? Why are they doing it? People like, plants. Did y'all see that thing I posted? It's got, what's the drug lord's name? And he's sitting there and he's like, I'm sitting at the party and nobody want to talk about plants. By himself. What's the brother's name? Columbia. That's how I am. I sit at the park because I love plants. I do. I find it fascinating. I think they are quantum physical creatures that grow in multiple dimensions, and we just see the root system growing on this side, the smallest parts of them. Plants have intelligence we can't explain. Intelligence smarter than people, and I find it fascinating. Somebody right now getting like they're flipping through television. Like, I don't want to hear you talking about plants, man. I don't want to hear you. Because that's what fascinates me. I'm fascinated by automation, software engineering, solving problems and root cause analysis, the things I've been doing my entire life. I do the things that I love. And if I did them because I love them, I would do an amazing job at them. But if I do them based on how much you want to pay me, then I'm gonna be an American. If you're gonna pay me $55,000 a year, okay. Yeah, I come to the office every now and then. I show up, lunch break, I'm taking an hour and a half if the boss isn't looking. You know, I'm gonna take a long lunch break. I'm gonna play some, y'all know that all these video games that took off, all the games on the computers. What was the first one that they put on the Windows operating system? That was Scrabble. Everybody played it. As soon as they rolled it out, by default, it came out, it was in the section games on the Windows operating system. Productivity in the world went like this. Because we just do it just for the gifts. If we train the next generation to do things because they're the right things to do and they love doing them, and we make sure that they got their house, their food, their cars, their whatever that they need that we know robots can make, our technological advancement will take off. So I don't spend too much time on that one. Yes, Pablo Escobar. Thank you, Susan. Escobar, right? Maybe I'll find it. He's sitting in the house. If I could find it, it's probably way down on my thread. But he's sitting there because that interests him. You know, it interests him. He just want to talk about some cocaine, man. He just want to talk about the coca plant. Nobody at the party want to talk about it. You know, but you promote him. Like, you know, and that brings up a good question, a good discussion. There's a drug problem, big drug problem in South Africa right now. I'll post a link. Y'all can watch the news report. I'm running out of time, so I can't get into it. But they got a big drug problem, big meth problem right now. South Africa got a big meth problem all over the United States and in the UK too. But why? Crony world. I like to talk about drugs. Why? I don't do drugs. That's why I like to talk about drugs. People hit me all the time. You just want to smoke cannabis. You're a pothead. Never smoked cannabis in my life. I only smoked oregano. That's why I like to talk about it. Because if somebody who does it talks about it, you're like, oh, that's it because you're a druggie. And so they don't have the credibility. I talk about it because I got the credibility to talk about it. So why do you have a meth problem? And this mother actually killed her son. Deep topic. Deep topic. You got to watch the news. Like I said, I'll post as soon as I'm done. Her son got into meth, and her son came in and started threatening the family after a while. Had two little brothers, I believe. I think they were both younger than he was. And he might have been 16, something like that. I don't know. And one time came in looking for money, took an axe out and axed out one of the walls, trying to get in the bedroom. I think the door was locked. You know, did crazy things, terrorized the family. And this mother got to a place where she felt her life was at risk and the other kids' lives were at risk. And she choked her son to death. Crazy world. And yeah, I know. This is what the justice people will say. They'll say, well, she needs to go to prison for life. She needs to get the death sentence. I get you. But what does that fix? What does that fix? Why are these kids on drugs? Why are they on the dangerous, highly addictive drugs when there's natural medicines that they could be taking for pain and depression, all the things that kids are going through that they shouldn't be going through? I like the root causes, right? If they did have cannabis and things that they could smoke, and I'm not a proponent of it. He's dangerous. He's saying kids should smoke cannabis. No, I'm saying that kids have been smoking cannabis since the beginning of time, and the cavemen had clubs. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying don't be stupid. It's not even a discussion point for me. Human beings been doing that for the longest time. Maybe they wouldn't get into crystal meth. Maybe it wouldn't exist. Maybe Pablo wouldn't be so sad at the damn party. He wouldn't have to make cocaine because they got natural coca plants and cacao and all these other plants, kava, and all these plants, they give you a little natural high without the side effects that make you insane and crazy and want to kill your mother and your little brother and sisters, so your mother got to kill you. Solve the problems. Look at the root cause. Look at the depression. Why? Would the children even need cannabis? The hell are you doing in your society that's so freaking jacked up that a child would be in depression? Like, it's insane. I look at my country, these kids are depressed. And I thought it was crazy at first, but now I start looking at some of y'all kids, I'm like, damn, they are. It's not just you. Your baby depressed. The hell is wrong with us? Kids, y'all supposed to be out there playing football and soccer and kicking and fighting. That's what we doing. We're kids. We're just having fun. Yeah, open butt day. Y'all had open day. Yeah, open butt day in elementary school. I know y'all parents, y'all go nuts if y'all had to have us as kids. Y'all probably put us all in prison at the age of 7. Open butt day. All the girls decide to run around and grab the boys' butts. And the boys decide, we'll go around and grab the girl butts. It was open butt day. Crazy, dumb, stupid things as kids. Don't come over here with no hashtag me too. Don't come over here. Don't come over here. I know y'all like to come. Don't come over here. I'll call you out on the rape and murder you love around the world with your support for your political party. Stop that mess. Stop. Let's be equal. Let's be fair. Kids are kids. Kids do dumb things. They don't have frontal lobes. Let kids be kids. But if you got nations of kids in major depression where they got to go find synthetic drugs, you got a problem with your society. It's not just a problem because you don't have natural medicine, things that make them feel good when they feel bad. They don't have addictive side effects, but you got a problem with your society. Your laws, you got laws you need to get rid of. Again, we talk about the police. It's the same thing. People have the inability to do critical thought. If you think you need more police on the street because you got more criminals, you don't have a police problem. You got a law problem. You don't need to get more police on the street. You need to delete a lot of the damn laws because the people who live there disagree with them. Obviously. A lot of sellouts in government. So that was a deep story. Look at the root cause of the problems. I know it was a mass shooting the other day. People talking about it, I guess. I don't know. I'm not talking about it. No, not. I found it. I think I got a pop-up yesterday and it said something about 5 police were shot by a shooter or something. I didn't look at it. I already know the problem. And I know that most people aren't gonna talk about the problem because we don't force them to. We're gonna let them talk about guns. We'll let them talk about whatever the agenda somebody has, whatever. They got a political gain that they want to keep the problems perpetuated, let people keep dying, and so they'll take over the conversation. I don't talk about it. I could care less. I already know that the problem is based in scarcity in a sick society. Whereas when you have a child that picks up a gun that shoots a police officer or anybody else, the problem isn't the child. The child was raised here. The problem is the society. Fix the scarcity, fix the problem. Fix the people, fix every damn thing. Fix the people, you fix the politicians. That's why I don't fuss and yell at politicians. I laugh and joke at what they say, but it's not a personal thing for me. It's just they shouldn't be there. Creepy Joe Biden shouldn't be there. That was a presidential alert I put out there yesterday. No, Creepy Joe shouldn't be there. I'm not mad at Creepy Joe. Creepy Joe was raised to be creepy. We know that. Joe Biden. He needs to be in an institution somewhere. He needs to get some help. That because if he ain't touching little boys, then the little kids that he gonna be. Y'all can look at him. Y'all know. Don't think I'm crazy. That's a presidential alert for your butt. You know, but when you live in a crony world, you're gonna have all of these problems. You can't let people focus on the side effects. You have to get them focused on the actual damn problems, because they will sell out. Yeah, sell you out in a minute. Those 5 police officers, I don't know if they died. I don't know anything about the story. But you give a damn about them? If you give a damn about any of the schools, any shootings happening, I don't get into if they're false flags or not. I don't care nothing about that. What I care about is, are we solving problems? Or are we perpetuating? Are we letting the sellouts perpetuate? Are we letting people for gun control sell out all the people that die by playing tiddlywinks with inanimate objects because they got a political gain? They want some votes. They want the ego credit. Nah. Free will is not giving consent. Exactly. Thank you, Carolyn. And this is why we get to solutions. This is why I say we don't talk problems here if you're new. We talk solutions. We'll look at the problems, and we talk about how to fix the problems. We like to go to the root cause of the problem. We don't get bogged down in the dramatic, bigoted talking points, because those talking points are there to keep the problems going. Don't sell out. That's why I say it every single day. Don't sell out. Oh man, I can barely see the comments. I'm not plugged in. All right, let's see the comments. Some comments, wrap this up. That's what we can talk about. So good things in the news. You know, women's law is a good thing. Don't fall into it. The corporations and boards shouldn't exist. We evolved past that. It's 2018. We've evolved past greed telling everybody what to do. So we make things go viral. We make them news. We need to make that writer who Ben Saab Labin abducted at the consulate. That needs to be news. You need to post that. That needs to be viral. Looks like ISIS and the Taliban. What is it? The ISIS and Taliban's weapons. They got captured by the Afghan military, which doesn't mean anything. They captured a weapons cache. All they're going to do is give it back to the American government. They're going to follow a different direction. And it's going to go back, land in the hands of ISIS and Taliban again. Why? Because destabilization of governments and civilized world is a business model. And that's what they do. They break things up. They make problems to go in and not solve the problem. That's been happening since the beginning of time. Not a thing. There's a teen applauded in Germany for saying some anti-immigrant stuff. Again, stupid. Doesn't make any sense. You cause the problems in their nation. That's why they're leaving their nation, coming to your country. People come to your door, you help them. They come to the door, they need some sugar, give it to them. Give them natural sugar, though. Don't give them that carcinogen sugar. So we talk about the ICC. You know, America leaving the ICC tells you who the criminals are. That's walk in the house, you kids, you know, something's broken. The vase is broken on the ground. You got 3 kids standing around. All I do is I look at the one that objects to the justice system. Dad, what you come home for? You too early, man. What you doing here? Ain't you supposed to be working? I was you. I know you did it, you little bastard. America leaving the ICC means that they're breaking laws all over the world and they don't want to be subject to them. The ICC probably needs to get a damn military. That's probably what needs to happen. Talking about UNRWA funding. Again, we're waiting for some country to fund UNRWA. Don't let people die. They need help. Don't join any sides of the debates. Just help people. I'll post that John Pilger talk. We talked about a bunch of good stuff. Down there, I posted a link to 10 top declassified things that WikiLeaks released. If I didn't post that, I'll post that. It's a great list. Great list. If you're still in this, Assange just controlled opposition. So, guys saving ecosystems, dummy. I love you, but let's stop with that. Let's stop. If it's true, it's true. Iran, war, invasion. All right, that's all the news. Trump mocks. Oh, who did he mock? He mocked Kathleen Blaze, something like that. That lady in the Caveman thing. He mocked her. Now they're mad at him for mocking her. Again, I'm not interested in none of that. None of that makes any sense. If you're all in support of war, murder, and rape, it's not a thing. Don't care. Don't care what you have to say on the topic. Stop killing people. Stop raping people. Stop giving guns to rapists. That's all I want you to do. All right. Let's look at some comments. Let me get out of here. Let me see. Be the change you want to see in others. Absolutely, Crystal. We have enough hypocrites. People have to step up and be the change that they want to see. If you believe in this thing, then go do that thing. You know, whatever that is. And like I said, I don't tell people what to do. You do your own thing. If you know crony world doesn't work, then figure out in your life how to remove yourself from supporting crony world. If that's leaving your job, if it's buying less, if it's buying local, if it's growing your garden, plant some seeds, plant some fruit trees or something, you know, calling out your government when it lies, calling out people when they lie to you on this worship of identities, of politics and people. And, you know, if that's what did you do your thing? Don't let nobody tell you what to do. You back away from it. That's the only way intellectual revolution is sustainable. A critical thought revolution is sustainable. A philosophical revolution is sustainable, is you to have your own critical thought, not to go along and follow somebody. Like people say, oh, you got a lot of followers. I don't have a lot of followers. Nobody follows me here. These people are here to talk and have a discussion. I don't want nobody to follow me. That'll make me stupid. Do I look like I want to be stupid? I want to know the truth of things. So there are no leaders in any of this. It's just the truth stands on its own. All right, let's see. Tesla should exist and we should have Tesla power. Apple shouldn't exist. Oh, okay. I read that wrong. Okay, yeah. Apple's an evil slave corporation. I agree. But Tesla probably is too. I don't believe the news that comes out. I just think that these things need to exist for us. Repeating the narrative of the corporate world keeps us suppressed. Manifest your own thoughts for change. Yes, Carolyn, thank you. That's exactly what we need to do. I wonder why Tesla's name and contribution being promoted now. I don't know, Sandra. I'm fearful of it. I don't know what's going on with it. We don't ever know the truth. I'm fearful because it's just a crazy thing that these billionaires exist. I just kind of think about the power that he has and the power that these billionaires have, and it has to go away. They can't have any secrets, but something is up. He's obviously still trying to get off the planet. Destroy the public purpose requires requirements for corporations. Yes, you know what, Brother James? I thought I read something about that. Like, I thought corporations were illegal for a period of time. Like, it was illegal to have a corporation. I think we need to go back. That's what you're talking about. We need to go back to a time where corporations operate within the remit of government, if we keep it. And government goes back operating from within the remit of the people who run who the government's supposed to be there for. I think we have to turn the whole clock back. And it does it starts with targeting these corporations. The corporations are causing the problems. They promoted Edison. He was part of the elite. Tesla was not. So our history books only teach us about the elites. Yes, Jen, they do, because the elites tend to be along with the biggest murdery bastards. The history is always a lie. It's always his story. Never her story. It's always his story. Because if you got bigger muscles, you got bigger machines, you got guns, you're going to be the one who writes the history. You'll tend to be the one who wins the war and lies about why it was fought. Let me see. Co-op collectivism is a creation and colonist UN Agenda 21. 2030, be careful. Yes, you got to be careful. I agree with you, Christine. I agree, but again, like anything that starts to take on any power, any control, and people start to follow blind, they take over. You know, like climate control, climate change, right? Good idea. Going down the right roads, want to save things, protect the environment. You know, look at what's coming down the road. And they saw that coming. They started to getting a blind following. So they started lying. They took over the movement. They started making it to be about greed and money and keeping third world nations in the third world and pushing them into the fourth world. Right. And WikiLeaks, they came out with a release on that. And they showed that they were lying about the statistics for climate change. Doesn't mean that climate change is false. It just means that everything that gets a blind following will be co-opted and destroyed. And they did that with the Agenda 21 stuff, you know, and I'm a hippie, I'm gonna go along with Agenda 20. No, critical thought. You think for yourself. And when you see something that isn't true, you post it. That's why we need the WikiLeaks, that people can go to and post things that are unpopularly true or unknown, you know, to an entity that has a wider audience. Let me see. Accountability, corporations privatize the profits and socialize the cost. Seems the taxpayer is always paying for massive cleanups when they leave. Yeah, well, you know what? That ish on YouTube is because what is it? The negative externalities, that study that looked at that all corporations, no corporations are profitable. None of them are profitable. When you look at the damage they do to ecosystems and the people and the products and what's left over and the plastic, that there isn't a profitable corporation on this planet. You know, that none should exist. Too many cheer the monsters to give them a lower bar. Exactly, Carolyn, and that's it. That's how you break your kids. That's how you break your government. When you cheer, you're not supposed to cheer. People need to stop cheering. They need to learn how to boo again. Free online university, 2 with all volunteer staff. Yes, Brendan, that's another thing. That's the point. Is education is key. Education is everything. When you got smart people, you have a smart society. That's just the fact that education actually costs anything is stupid. It's dumb. It's ignorant. If you live around people, just like process for a minute. If you're anti education being free, just think about this for a second. You have kids, you have grandkids, you got nieces, you got nephews, you're leaving somebody here. Do you want the people around them growing in intelligence to develop new medical devices, new treatments, philosophical people thinking forward, figuring out how to make life better for your kids, life better for your grandkids that get left here, life better for your nieces and nephews? You want those to be educated people, right? You want people who can support themselves and provide for themselves. Or do you want people who can't? Who have to steal from your kids? Who have to murder your kids? Who got to rape from your kids? Who got to do these things to hurt them? The violent caveman colonizing violence model. I guess not even a question, should education be free? It's a crime that education costs anything, ever, after 20 BC. Come on, where's my caveman picture? I go back to caveman. Yeah, Unga Bunga. We got, caveman rules. These caveman rules have to stop. Call them what they are. They're caveman rules. We believe in this caveman society, and it's got to go away. Dang, where the caveman? Caveman! Right there. Caveman rules. Got the club. Competition. Fight. Want your kids to pay for their education. All the kids around them pay for their education too, so they can fight over money. Fight, see who gets the biggest house. Fight who gets the finest husband and finest wife. Want the kids to fight. Not all of us are evolving. It's a scary thing. I think evolution is a good thing. I think evolving socially, economically, technologically to help each other, to work together, I think those are good things. I think those are absolutely wonderful things, and I think we should get back on that path. But we have to look at things from a philosophical perspective. We got to look at things for the damage that they do. We have to accept the fact that scarcity and a lack of abundance cause an awful lot of problems that we've already evolved out of, and we know better. We got to listen to the professionals. Drugs, addiction, violence, depression exist because we are being forced to live against our true natures. Yes, Suzanne, we are. We're not living human lives. We're living colonized, forced debt labor lives, living them in careers we don't want to be in, places we don't want to live, doing things that are not human that we don't want to do. It's time that people stop supporting that. All we're doing is we're just manufacturing psychopaths, and psychopaths love to kill you. They love to take from you. Whatever their thing is. Of course, there are some psychopaths that are doctors and they love to save lives. They got that too, so they aren't all negative. In fact, most psychopaths are probably just savants who are just really good at math, right? But we need to be raising people to not be psychopathic. We need people to be happy. A lot of good things happen when people are happy. They got a lot of abundance. A lot of bad things happen when people live forced lives. Children are abandoned to the state. Yes, they are, Rebecca. No child should be abandoned to the state. There shouldn't be a child protective services. There should be a take care of child services, right? We have all the resources. We can take care of all the kids we want, but we're not a society that loves and respects kids. We're not an earth that does that. We don't give a damn. This is why most of the media barely even mentions Yemen and the kids that are there. The kids are depressed. What the hell is wrong with us? Exactly, Jasmine. That's what I'm saying. When you have depressed kids, when there's the kids are like the canary in the coal mine. The kids are depressed, and just these silly adults, they blame the kids, and the problem isn't the kids. When you got kids that are showing symptoms of something is wrong, it's the parents and the society. Maybe it's the teacher, something happened. Look at kids like a litmus test. They're like a little piece of litmus paper. When you're starting to see you're non-human, because they're not human yet, they don't have frontal lobe till they're 26. When they're starting to display activity that something's wrong, you know something's wrong. It's like some of these kids that you meet and they just got these tics and they don't act right. Something's off. You know, you see them around their father, you see them around their mother, and they're not acting like most kids. A little fearful. You know something is wrong at home. You know somebody's beating them, something's happening, right? When you see kids in a nation that are using a lot of drugs, I guarantee you probably got a war on drugs problem that America gave you, that the colonizers gave you. You need to get rid of that and go back to the natural way we lived before you had kids that had all these problems. In the war on drugs. Some people's kids are depressed and miserable indeed. Is these phones. Yeah, Harley, I think the phones cause a lot of problems. You know, they talk about how the phones change up how our brains work. They change up how the neurons are set up. I don't feel I'm a localist now. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that, Brenda. I'm not a localist either. Like, I believe in local purchases and the local economy and supporting things like that. But I'm not a localist. I look around the world because the whole world has the same problems. And that's how we get in front of the corporations. Why? Because you have local news and the mainstream media wants you focused on your news, what they want you to believe, what they want you to know. Just fight for your community, just your identity, just your people. I'm not about that. I see they're doing the same thing all over the planet. So we need to fight for everybody. We need to vote with our wallets, not with a ballot on a particular day. Yes, Carolyn, and we vote every single day. When you think about who and what we vote for, appreciate anybody who's liking, the subscribes and the shares. It keeps me going. That's how I know I'm saying something I need to be saying. But also sometimes when the count goes down, I know I'm saying something I need to say. I watched my count yesterday just go down. It's like, boop, 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 boop. I was like, yep, I'm saying things that are true. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, oh goodness, the Bernie, they don't like me. Oh Lord, you know, that's okay. You need to take off the Bernie underoos. Love Bernie to death. He's just a guy. But he needs to just be a guy. He's not a god. He's just a guy. Trump is not a god. Trump is just a guy. Justin Trudeau is not a god. He's just a guy. See if I can get a last comment, then I'm gonna get out of here. Ish on YouTube, we've forgotten who we are. Yes, we have. Mary right there. It's like, oh, you're on YouTube, girl. I see you, girl. I see you, girl. You better subscribe. What would that do to the pharmaceutical corporation's bottom line? How would we feed the prison, the pipeline, whose hunger is insatiable? Yeah, and the thing is, you wouldn't, Mary. You get rid of the war on drugs, oh my goodness, prisons would be this big. Kids are go back to being kids. They'll go back to riding bikes and kicking balls and like doing the things that they're supposed to do as children, instead of being slaves for commissary profits. You know, it's insane. Thank you. You did subscribe. Yes, I appreciate that. Yeah, you got to subscribe because, again, like I said, I'm not going to be here for long. I'm not going to be here for long. I want these platforms to come back to human rights and come back to acting like they're human and embracing the truth. But they live in a crony world, too. They're going to shut me down in different places. They shut everybody. I watch my friends' that pages get deleted every day for posting things about humans. You know, the humans don't have a place in crony world. So if you're on multiple platforms, then when I go live, you'll know. I've got some interviews coming up. I got an interview tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to interview somebody. Sister Sharistan going to come back. I think Brother Jay is coming up. So I got a bunch of interviews. I'm going to do these things off schedule sometimes. So if you want to follow, you're going to have to subscribe on multiple platforms. So when Facebook don't want to send you that little pop-up, you'll get it on Twitter or you'll get it on YouTube. Whenever the family comes back together, whenever we do a family gathering. Let me see. Tribes used to teach the oral history from the beginning. Kids knew who they are. We need a modern equivalent to that of her story. Ooh, go on, Ish. Yeah, we do. We do. I think we need I just think we need stories, though. I think we just need stories. I don't think we need any more partial stories. In fact, I think we just get rid of the word history. Just call it story. We just need story. That's all we need. We got to go back to being human beings, realizing that we are not these cavemen. Clubs don't fit well in our hands. We work better as a collective, not as a competitive. All right, I'm trying to see the last couple comments. It's hard to look on this screen. I am the truth and the way, Gerard. Don't ignore me. Oh, is that Brother Thor? Oh, Brother Thor, we love you. We love you. You know me. I jump around a lot. Yes, I did. Did I say plant seeds? I said plant seeds. I said plant. Don't be mad at me, Thor. I said plants. Every time I come on here, I tell people plant fruit trees, plant seeds, learn how to grow. We are all cultivators. We've been cultivating since the beginning of time. And that's where your strength comes from. When you can take care of yourself, when these governments, these cavemen, kings and lords go the way they need to go, we need to reconstruct a different type of society, one that works for everybody. And that only happens if everybody can take care of themselves. Brother Thor is a big proponent of the sustainable communities. Love Brother Thor. Excellent. All right, we're good. This is Gerard. I got to go. The world's crony. It's been colonized. We need to get rid of it. Look for the caveman rules. When violence and greater numbers and greater weaponry is ruling the discussion, crony mass media, go the opposite direction. Go the opposite direction. We can take our world back, but it starts with us. Anyway, happy Thursday, you guys. Y'all have a good day. Love y'all to death. I am out of here.